Hi students, welcome to Science Within You. In this channel, you will get detailed explanation of NCERT Biology Class 12 with appealing images and notes. Here, you will get line by line explanation of NCERT textbook along with the extra information required for NEET, AIIMS, JIPMER and other exam MCQs. By watching these videos, you can get detailed concept of all the chapters of NCERT. Let's start. Cloning vectors. Vectors used for preparing recombinant DNA are known as cloning vectors. These are the agents which are used in the preparation of recombinant DNA. How they are used in recombinant DNA technology? Our desired gene can't replicate alone inside the host organism if we transfer it alone inside the host organism. So, in order to replicate our desired gene, it should be attached with a self-replicating agent or self-replicating vector, that is plasmid. Here, the cloning vectors help in dividing our desired gene inside the host organism. Bacteriophages. These are the bacteriophages which can divide inside the bacterial cell. When we remove virulence from these viral bacteriophages and we attach our desired gene to them. See, if we attach our desired gene to them and we transfer them into the bacterial cell, as it has no virulence gene, it can't cause any harm to the bacteria. Instead, it divides inside the bacteria along with the division of our desired gene. In that way, these are used as a cloning vectors. And due to three features, they are used as cloning vectors. What are those? They are self-replicating agents. Means they can divide themselves with the division of our desired gene. And number two, they have high copy number. What is copy number? The number of copies they form, the number of copies of the desired gene they form inside the host are called copy number. They have high copy number than that of the plasmids. Mostly the bacteriophages are used in the transfer of vaccines. The vaccines prepared from mRNA are injected into the organisms using bacteriophages. Coming to the plasmid vector, in 1952, William Hayes and Lederberg, while studying the E. coli, they found that outside the chromosomal content of the bacteria, there is one double-stranded DNA which is circular and it has self-replicating capacity having its own origin of replication and its own copy number. And they named this circular double-stranded DNA which is extra chromosomal. Means it is outside the genetic material of the bacteria and it has self-replicating capacity as a plasmid vector. Thus, the native plasmid vector was invented by William Hayes and Lederberg. Later, in 1974, PBR322 is discovered, is modified. The native plasmid is added with some versatile features like antibiotic resistant genes and site for restriction enzymes, and these are extra features which are added to make this native plasmid vector as a versatile, thus forming the genetically modified plasmid vectors. The first genetically modified plasmid vector is PBR322 and it is named according to the P means plasmid. Bolivar and Rodriguez B refers to BR and 322 refers to its order of derivation. Later 324, 328, PBR 329 also derived. So, according to the origin of their derivation, 322 is named and PBR 322 is the first formed genetically modified plasmid vector by Bolivar and Rodriguez in 1974. Features of cloning vectors. These are the four important features of the cloning vectors which made them to be used in recombinant DNA technology. The first one is origin of replication. This is the origin of replication. At the site of origin of replication only the replication starts. As the plasmid contains origin of replication, we are attaching desired gene to the plasmid so that it can divide. Without origin of replication, our gene cannot be divided. So we are attaching the gene to the plasmid. And the copy number of plasmid depends upon the origin of replication. See, the copy number origin of replication decides the copy number. If the copy number is more copies of our desired gene will be found. If our copy number is less number of copies of our desired gene will be found. So we have to select the origin of replication with high copy number. Too much high is also not advisable because after division it will be clumsy. So we have to select the plasmid with medium origin of replication with medium copy number. And the next one is selectable marker. These antibiotic resistant genes which are attached to the plasmids are selectable markers. See here, ampicillin resistant gene and tetracycline resistant gene. Because of these genes, these plasmid had got resistance to some of the antibiotics. And these are helpful in selecting the recombinant and non-recombinant plasmids. Recombinant plasmid means the plasmid with our desired gene. Our desired gene I am indicating in purple color. And non-recombinant plasmid means normal plasmid without our desired gene. These two can be selected with the help of these antibiotic resistant genes. So they are called selectable markers. I will discuss later. Cloning sites. These are the sites where we attach our desired gene. See here. This is BAMH1 site. Means BAMH1 restriction enzyme cut here so that our desired gene can be added here. And the desired gene and plasmid should be cut by the same restriction enzyme. See, this is the site for HIND3. HIND3 cuts the plasmid here and our desired gene will be added here. Similarly, this is EcoR1 enzyme site. This is XMA3 enzyme site. This is PUV site. In that way, the cloning sites help in attaching our desired gene to the plasmid. Vectors for cloning in plants and animals. There are some vectors which can be used in transferring the desired gene to plants and animals. Not only in human beings, in plants and animals also we can send the recombinant DNA genes using some vectors. These features I will discuss in my next video. Don't miss my further videos. You will get the grip on the concept by watching these videos. And if you get bored, you can visit my vlog videos and other videos regarding tricks in this channel. Share, subscribe and like the videos. Thank you.